Okay, hello, good evening, and welcome back to the Law Engines YouTube channel. My name is Govind Singh, and I'm your host for today's Hindu analysis. Today is a very special session because we'll not just analyze the newspaper today, but we'll also have a very special Menti quiz. For people who are new to this, Menti is a platform which we use to conduct quizzes. These are basically MCQ based quizzes where we give you questions and four options and you tell us the right answer. I'll take you through the whole process of how we conduct the Menti quiz. Let more people join in the class. How many of you are here? Quickly give me yes in the chat box. If I am audible, visible, if everything is good to go, please let me know that you all are here. Devansh is here. Good evening, Devansh. Who else is here on the stream? Okay, Tanish is here, Tanishka is here, Nandini is here. Okay, Alankrita is here. Very good evening, guys. Good evening to all of you. We'll wait for 30 more seconds. Let more people join the class and then we shall start today's class. Okay, Achyut is here. Very good evening. Good evening, guys. Before we start, I again want to ask you how is your preparation going with respect to GK and current affairs as of now? How would you rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10? So, quickly tell me how good is your preparation as per your understanding on a scale of 0 to 10 when it comes to GK and current affairs? I'm not talking about overall preparation as of now, but just current affairs. If there is backlog, you're probably at 6, 7. If you're going pretty good, then you're probably somewhere around 7, 8. If you're getting everything right in the mocks, then you're probably at a 9. So, what would you rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10 in terms of your preparation of current affairs as of now, as of today? Being rhapsodic, that's a nice username. Good evening. Khush is here, Prajwal is here. Good evening, guys. Very good evening. Jeet is saying -1. ऐसा क्या हो गया? What is so sad that you gave -1? Devansh is saying 7.8. That is quite an accurate number, quite a precise number, I would say. Arav says 5, Vardhan says 8, Nandini says 5 to 6, Tovijit says 5, Alankrita says 8, Khush says 5, George says, okay, 3 decimals we have, 5.467. Interesting. Tansi says 7, Thala for a reason. Riddhi is here. Riddhi is at 8 on 10. Wonderful. Tanish says 5. Okay. So most of you are lying in the range of 5 to 8, if I am observing this correctly. And what do you guys actually need to take your preparation to probably an 8.5 or 9? What do you think is missing in your preparation? Is it backlog? Is it not being able to study GK every day? Is it not understanding what to study or where to study from? What are the challenges you guys are facing so that I can help you guys better in the forthcoming sessions, in the forthcoming videos? I want to know what are your pain points. Diptakshi is saying 5. Mock scores in GK are 18 plus. Currently, थोड़ी सी backlog है cause of fever. We'll cover it up soon. Okay, take care of your health. Get well really soon. And I know you'll catch up on it. Nandini is saying how to manage revision, backlog, and current affairs. You'll have to make a timetable. You'll have to make a daily, weekly, and monthly timetable and allocate time for at least 2 subjects per day along with your GK preparation. So if you get, let's say, just 3 hours in a day, I'm hypothetically assuming you would give 1 hour to GK and 1 hour each to the other 2 subjects. And you can allocate half an hour for revision and other purposes. So similarly, you can extrapolate this to the number of hours you have, the number of slots you can devote. Most of you are facing issues with backlog. Backlog पे एक exclusive session किया जाए, एक exclusive video or a live session on how to how to clear the backlog and how to do it effectively and in the most efficient manner. What do you guys say? Yes or no? A session on backlog, a session or probably a video on backlog. How many of you are up for it? Yes or no? Riddhi saying revision of first 4 months, January to April. That is something which a lot of you ignore. I'm planning something of that sort as well. Okay. A lot of you are up for the backlog video. Wonderful. Okay, I'll plan something around it. I'll definitely do something for your backlog because I know this is a pressing concern for a lot of you. Chalo, let's start today's class. We have enough audience now. So if you all are ready to start today's class, give me a ready in the chat box. Today we are going to go a little quicker on the analysis part because we have a 20 question something Menti quiz. So that would take majority chunk of our today's time. So Hindu analysis आज थोड़ा briefly करेंगे for two reasons. One because we have to do Menti and secondly because आज कुछ नया है भी नहीं newspaper में. I tried to find out three four topics which we can discuss in detail, but most of the topics we have either covered them in the analysis before or they are not of importance for the CLAT exam. So मैं एक आपको brief overview दे दूंगा आज newspaper का. We are not going into the depth of the newspaper today. I'll just tell you which all topics are relevant and you can possibly read them and what is the gist of them. But detailed analysis कल करेंगे when we have some interesting new topics. So all of us are ready for today's session. So chalo, let's start. Let's start. Let's go. Today is 17th of September. It's a lovely Tuesday evening. We have changed the time, so we have lost a few of our audience, which used to come at 3 p.m. But I hope they are watching the session after the stream has ended. So miss you all, guys. All of you who are watching it later. ठीक है, चलो तो ब्रीफ डिस्कशन ऑफ द न्यूज़पेपर करते हैं. न्यूज़पेपर पे ही चलते हैं, वहीं पे देखते हैं कि आज क्या क्या हुआ देश दुनिया में. लेट्स सी. Of course, we have Modi ji on the first page. So this is a scheme. This is a new scheme which is being launched, Subhadra scheme. I think I'll discuss this tomorrow, but these are the points. It would benefit 1 crore women in Odisha, 10,000 annually they'll receive in 2 installments. This is basically a financial assistance scheme for the women in Odisha. There's not much you need to cover. You do not need to go into the depth of this. Let's look at the headlines. So these are politics related news. You don't need to cover them. Again, politics related. Kejriwal all set to resign. There are speculations of who would be the new CM. Most people are suggesting it would be Atishi. What do you guys think? Who would be the next CM of Delhi? If you are a Delhiite, then you would probably have a better idea of politics in Delhi. But if not, you can still take a guess. All right, so there was another attempt on Donald Trump to assassinate him, but he's safe again. Guys, really lucky. Let's see what happens in the US elections. They're coming up very soon. Then we have, see again, this is city based news, so we'll quickly skip to this. State based news, nothing important here. BJP candidate withdraws, not important. Bihar police, not important. Asab job aspirant, not important. New CM candidate, corps. Okay, this is an important news which we discussed yesterday. So I'm not going into it again. Related to the Nipah virus death in Mallapuram. So 126 contacts have been quarantined. And in the nearby districts, people are now wearing masks. So there's Darka Mahal. Supreme Court to examine suggestions on bulldozer justice. This is again something which we have discussed twice now. So I'm again not going into the depth of it. People who have not attended these sessions where we have discussed bulldozer justice or the Nipah virus or all the other issues which are in today's newspaper, please go back to the Hindu newspaper. You'll have timestamps as well. So you can browse through those news pieces, understand them in detail, understand the intricacies, because these are important topics. Kerala to launch Progressive Filmmaker Association, not important. Okay, so this is an editorial article for today's newspaper. It is regarding India's military export to Israel, and they are saying that it's aiding genocide. What genocide? The Israel-Palestine conflict, which is ongoing. And the ICJ also asked countries to not supply weapons to Israel because it is becoming a medium, a tool to support that particular genocide. But the Indian judiciary has refused to intervene. So a petition was filed. A petition was filed by a lot of civil servants, academicians, activists that India should not supply these weapons and military equipments to Israel. But the court said that we are not going to intervene in that, and they dismissed the petition. The case name is Ashok Kumar Sharma and others versus Union of India, where they had sought suspension of existing licenses and withholding licenses for the government to public sector, where we are exporting military equipment to Israel during the ongoing war. Now, the crux, the gist of this article is judiciary recusing itself from overbearing or let's say overarching or infringing the activities of the executive. All of these decisions are executive decisions or legislative decisions where we decide that how we would shape our foreign policy with a particular country. And if the government has decided that, okay, we'll establish better ties with Israel and we'll support them through weapons or whatever way we want to, not because we want them to kill people, but because it is how our diplomacy is going to work. So judiciary has said that okay, we are not going to comment on this and take any affirmative or opposite action on this. So that is the article. You can read this article. It's an interesting one, but nothing factual here with respect to your competitive exam perspective. This ICJ ruling and what is the court's rationale. They have explained all of that. Now, this article is again related to US presidential race, not very important for us. Then, this article, clarity of vision, is regarding another topic which we have already done. It is for the drug related to presbyopia. Can you guys tell me the name of the drug, the name of the medicine which claimed that it can cure presbyopia through that eye drops? We have done this in the class, I think yesterday or day before yesterday. It has not been a while, long while since we did this particular topic. So आपको पता होना चाहिए ये नाम. Can you tell me the name in the chat box? The medicine. Just pay the court has said that no, we are not going to, not the court, the regulatory authority, the CDSCO has said that we are not going to allow the sale and manufacture of this as of now. Let me look at the chat box. Press woo, I drop. Only two people know this. बाकी किसी को नहीं पता था. चलो ठीक है, रिवाइज कर लेना पिछली वाली क्लास जाके. Moving forward, then we have an article on rights of future generations who should decide climate debate. Now, this is an article which we have discussed tens of times, everything related to climate debate. And Todd Pharmaceuticals, press who, absolutely correct. दीप्ताक्षी ने मुझे पूरा आंसर दे दिया है जिसको मैं ढूंढ रहा था. Devansh is saying Aparajita bill is important for current affairs. Yes, it is important. It is important for current affairs. क्योंकि बहुत टाइम तक वो न्यूज में रहा था वेस्ट बंगाल वाला केस, अभी भी न्यूज में है, आरजी कर वाला जो केस है. And this is something related to that, so it becomes important. So पढ़ लो उसको. Tanish is saying, please make video on all important topics of GK from January to December. That is in store. That is definitely coming up for you guys. Okay, moving forward, then we have an article related to climate change, which I don't think we need to get into the depth of it. This is women-led development in Rajya Sabha, Haryana being a battleground, Tamil Nadu's educational funding. So you see, all of these articles are good articles, but they are not relevant for your CLAT exam preparation, and that is why I'm not getting into the depth of these. How do emergency provisions impact center state? Again, this is a static based article. We discussed emergency provisions in detail in the analysis. I think recently only I talked to you about state emergency, president's rule. I asked you which article asks the central government to intervene. It's article 355. I hope all of you remember that. And 356 is for president's rule or state emergency. Can you guys quickly tell me the national emergency ka article in the chat box? Which article talks about national emergency? So 355, 356 हम तब लगाते हैं when there is an internal disturbances or an armed conflict or an external aggression in a particular state. 360 होता है हमारा फाइनेंशियल इमरजेंसी, 356 होता है स्टेट इमरजेंसी जिसको हम प्रेसिडेंट्स रूल भी बोलते हैं. एंड व्हाट इज नेशनल इमरजेंसी? व्हिच आर्टिकल? 352. एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. सबसे पहले मुझे बताया आरव ने. गुड जॉब. Perfect. Perfecto. Then we have the current status of introduction of African cheetah. This is also an article we have discussed. Puno National Park is an important thing which you should remember. We have received these cheetahs. A lot of them have died. I think 7 or 8 of them have died. Some of them are surviving. 12 surviving cheetahs out of 20. Yes, 8 have died. Correct. So ye pad lena. I think this is again a repeated topic, so I'm not covering it in depth. You can refer to the previous sessions and do this in detail. ठीक है. बाकी again, all of the news pieces are not very relevant from a competitive perspective. That's why we are not discussing them in detail. You can also skip through them. कुछ मैं देख रहा हूँ, अगर कुछ important दिख जाए तो मैं आपको बता दूं कि ये पढ़ने लायक है, बट मुझे कुछ ऐसा दिख नहीं रहा है. I'm guessing आप लोगों को भी नहीं दिख रहा है. Again, most of them are just politics, geopolitics, opinion based or very technical niche based topics. No factual topics from a competitive exam perspective here. Yeah, so that is the newspaper for you guys. That is the newspaper analysis for today. I mean, it was brief, it was quick, but I told you that nothing interesting today. क्या करें, जबरदस्ती तो मैं नहीं पढ़ाऊंगा आपको कुछ जो important नहीं है. तो दैट बीइंग सेड, हम चलते हैं आज के मेंटी क्विज पे. Let's get to our Menti quiz for the day. So, people who are new to the stream, I'll explain you how the Menti quiz thing works. It's a very fun and interesting activity which we do. So, what you have to do is you have to open your mobile phones if you are watching this on the laptop, and if you are watching this on the laptop, you can also open a tab on the laptop or a mobile phone. Basically, you need a different screen to access the Menti quiz. www.menti.com is the website you would have to go to. People who already know this, जल्दी से चले जाओ menti.com पे, MENTI, menti.com. It would ask you for a code, a numerical code. This is the numerical code which you have to enter: 86372023. I'll put it in the chat box as well. 86372023. That is the code for you guys. सो करना क्या है, ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं करना है, बस इस वेबसाइट पे जाना है एंड यू हैव टू पुट इन दिस कोड एंड यू हैव टू पुट योर नेम, योर फर्स्ट नेम एंड योर लास्ट नेम. फर्स्ट नेम भी चलेगा सिर्फ. And you are ready to play. I would be taking you through the questions. You would get 4 options. You would get approximately 15 seconds to answer those questions. Only one of the options are correct. There are no multiple answers correct in a particular single question. So choose any one correct option out of the 4, and you have to answer them as quickly as possible, as fast as possible, to get maximum points. The faster you answer, the more points you get. The more points you get, the higher your ranking is on the leaderboard. So इसमें हमें ranks मिलती हैं कि किसने सबसे जल्दी सबसे सही आंसर्स दिए. एंड एट द लास्ट वी हैव अ लीडर बोर्ड ऑफ द टॉप 10 पीपल who answered the maximum questions in the least amount of time. So that is the whole premise, that is the whole concept of the Menti quiz. I hope it is clear to everyone. किसी को अगर कोई दिक्कत आ रही तो you can ask me in the chat box. I am giving you 30 seconds to go to menti.com, put in this code, and then we'll start the quiz. 30 seconds for all of you. Meanwhile, I'll also share my screen so that you can access the Menti quiz on my screen also. But answers देने के लिए आपको अपनी screen पे उसको खोलना पड़ेगा. To participate in the quiz, you'll either have to open it in a different tab or you'd have to open it in your mobile phones. Whichever way works better for you. You're free to choose. So let me present the quiz. Let me start the quiz. I hope you all are equally excited जितना दीपिका है इस particular GIF में. Okay, so this is the code, guys. 86372023. I hope my screen is also visible to all of you. Devansh is saying, sir, I cannot join. क्या issue आ रहा है? मैं वेबसाइट का नाम लिख देता हूँ, www.menti.com. Just open it on your phone and put in this code which is on your screen, 86372023. How many questions? Approximately 20 questions today. I think 19, 20, 21 ऐसे कुछ questions हैं. But interesting questions today. I would even go on to say the difficulty level of today's quiz is moderate to difficult. So if you score more than 13, 14 on this quiz, then you are doing your preparation in a legendary way. You are just killing it if you can score more than 14 on this particular quiz. So take it as a challenge, an open challenge from me to you. If you get 14 plus marks, then you can assume that you are doing it the right way. That is the level for which you prepare. ठीक है, चलो देखते हैं. How many of you want to claim that they can score more than 14? क्विज स्टार्ट करने से पहले कौन कौन क्लेम कर सकता है? How many of you are confident that you can score more than 14? Give me a me in the chat box, in the YT chat box. Give me a me in the chat box. I'm waiting for all of you to register. उसके बाद हम start करते हैं in the next 10 seconds. Any one of you who is confident enough that they can answer more than 14, give me a me in the chat box. No one? किसी को कमिट नहीं करना है? चलो सही है, ठीक है. एक्सपेक्टेशंस कम रख रहे हैं लोग अपने आप से. ऑलराइट, चलो अब क्योंकि हमने इतनी सारी हाइप बिल्डअप कर दी है, इट्स टाइम टू स्टार्ट द क्विज. आई होप ऑल ऑफ यू आर रेडी. दीज आर द इंस्ट्रक्शंस. प्लीज आंसर ऑल द क्वेश्चंस, बी एज क्विक एज पॉसिबल. अच्छा, एक और इंपॉर्टेंट चीज, पीपल हु आर न्यू टू द क्विज, देयर इज नो नेगेटिव मार्किंग, सो फील फ्री टू आस्क, नॉट आस्क, मार्क एवरी पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, सारे क्वेश्चन के आंसर दो, देयर इज नो नेगेटिव मार्किंग. ठीक है, 0 मिलेगा, माइनस मार्क्स नहीं मिलेंगे. तो चलो देखते हैं हाउ मेनी पीपल आर रेडी To play with us for the very first question, we have 20 questions in the quiz. I can see 28 players ready. I'll wait for this number to get to 30 because I was seeing 34 people on the stream. Betting is a wagering contact. Achyut is saying, wanted to say number of participants are same as earlier. Can you change the time to earlier? Even I am considering that, to be very honest, to be very frank with you guys. Even I am reconsidering the time change because the number of participants have not increased as we anticipated them to. But more discussion on that after the quiz. Let's start the quiz today. 30 players are ready. Okay, let's begin. The first question is coming up on your screen, guys, in three, two, one. Read the question carefully, choose the answer carefully, do not misclick जल्दी से आंसर करने के चक्कर में. ओके सो तुक्केबाजी हुई है इस क्वेश्चन में जबरदस्त है ना. So we have named three geographical structures in the Indian Ocean. You had to tell which one of these is not one of them. यानी कि तीन नाम सही है, एक नाम गलत है. कौन सा गलत है? समुद्रगुप्त रिच. ठीक है. There's no name called समुद्रगुप्त रिच which we have given as of now. So there's Ashoka Seamount, there's Chandragupta Ridge, there's Kalpataru Ridge. All of these are correct answers. तो ये तीनों नाम आपको याद रखने हैं. एंड ये वाला नाम गलत नाम था, ये मेरा मेड अप नेम है, मैंने बनाया है. ये समुद्रगुप्त रिज, मेरा चंद्रगुप्त है तो समुद्रगुप्त कर देते हैं एक ऑप्शन. और आप लोग हो गए कंफ्यूज. सिर्फ 7 लोग दे पाए हैं इसका सही जवाब. देखते हैं कौन है हमारे 7 लेजेंड्स. अच्युत, पीके, कशिश, बोटी, मैकबोट फेस. ओके. दीप्ताक्षी, देवांश, धृति. So, Mr. Boti, you can change your name to your actual name. I'm giving you 10 seconds. Achyut was the fastest and on the top of the leaderboard. ठीक है, interesting. Are you guys ready for question number 2? तो अब आपको लेवल पता चल गया है थोड़ा सा कि किस लेवल के क्वेश्चंस आप एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हो. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 is coming up on your screen in 3, 2, 1. The Justice Hema Committee report related to women working in Malayalam film industry was released dash years after its submission. We've discussed this in the class. So ये तो गलत नहीं होना चाहिए. Oh, only 10 people got this correct. It's 4.5 years. तो थोड़ा सा टाइमलाइन में आपको बता देता हूँ अबाउट द हेमा कमेटी. द हेमा कमेटी वाज फॉर्म्ड इन 2017. उनको 2 साल दिए गए थे अपनी रिपोर्ट बनाने के लिए एंड उन्होंने अपनी रिपोर्ट सबमिट करी 31 दिसंबर ऑफ 2019 को. सो 31 दिसंबर 2019 से लेके लगभग अगस्त सितंबर 2024 तक होते हैं 4.5 इयर्स. ठीक है, मोर देन लिटिल मोर देन 4.5 इयर्स, बट दैट इज द मोटा मोटा एस्टिमेट. सो इट्स नॉट 4 इयर्स, इट्स 4.5 इयर्स. लेट्स सी, ऑल गॉट दिस करेक्ट. अरे वाह, सारे नीचे वाले लोग ऊपर आ जाएंगे और ऊपर वालों किसी को नहीं पता था. Damn. Crazy interference on the leaderboard. Riddhi was the fastest and has come up on top. Then we have Hustler, Achyut, Mukti, PK, Tansi, Kashish, Megha, Boti, and Deeptakshi. Interesting. Good going, guys. We have 34 players for the third question. Very interesting. Let's go to the third question coming up on your screen now. Vadhavan Port. You have to tell me the name of the city. Where is Vadhavan Port? India's largest deep water port, जिसकी फाउंडेशन स्टोन रखी गई है in August. Okay, almost half of you knew this, Palghar. So this was easy to moderate question. Let's look at the leaderboard. Interesting. I can see some new names coming up on the leaderboard. Steph was the fastest for this one. Riddhi, Mukti, PK, Tansi, Boti, Dhriti, Suhani, Deepakshi, Steph, and Hustler. Wonderful. Let's move to question number 4 out of 20. 33 players ready to play. The question coming up in 3, 2, 1 now. You have to tell me the name of the state here. Which state became the first to adopt the UPS scheme or the Unified Pension Scheme? Okay, again, almost half of you knew this. Maharashtra became the first state to adopt the unified pension scheme. We discussed the scheme in detail in one of the classes. So let's see who all got this right. Riddhi, Mukti, Boti, Dhriti, Deeptakshi, Steph, Hustler, Pingu has come up on the leaderboard. Then we have a few variations, but Riddhi is on top with the fastest response. Boti has climbed up to the second position. Good going. Mukti is on third. Question number five. We have 33 players ready to play. Let's look at question number five. You have to tell me the native country of the winner of this year's Ramon Magsaysay Award. So Hayao Miyazaki is from which country? Is he Korean? Is he Japanese? Is he Chinese? Is he Vietnamese? Oh, most of you knew this. So this was an easy question. बीच बीच में थोड़े थोड़े ऐसे easy questions भी हैं ताकि morale down ना हो कि यार मुझे तो कुछ भी नहीं आता. So keep counting how many you are getting right. Okay. So Boti got this correct. Would see a drop in the ranking, I guess. Yes. Riddhi is on top. Then we have Mukti on second. Steph, Dhriti, Hustler the fastest. Then PK, Boti, Tansi, Pingu, and Suhani. Good going, guys. People who are not on the leaderboard, come on. I know you guys can do it. Hustle up. And I want your name on the leaderboard. Question number six coming on your screen now. You have to tell me the amount which they wanted to collect by increasing the taxes. Interesting. So this became a difficult question for most of you. It was $2.7 billion. The total debt is $80 billion, but they wanted to collect $2.7 billion by raising the taxes. And that is why the finance bill saw a lot of protest, and their president William Ruto had to take it back. Okay, so remember the number $2.7 billion. Only three people on the leaderboard knew this number. So you need to prepare a little bit in depth to answer these questions. Hustler was the fastest, Riddhi on top. Then we have Hustler, Mukti, Tansi, Steph, Dhriti, PK, Boti, Pingu, and Suhani. More or less the same names on the leaderboard, despite not knowing the question because question इतना tough था. तो बाकी लोगों को भी नहीं आया. Okay, next question coming up on your screen. Question 7 is here for you now. Mpox virus से related है ये question. Okay. 12 of you got this correct. Moderately difficult question. So the mpox virus has two strains. One is the Congo Basin strain, which is primarily situated in your area of DRC, which is your Democratic Republic of Congo. It's more or less in Central Africa, the country. And the other is a West African strain, where you have your Niger, Nigeria, all those countries, Algeria countries. So that is the second strain, which is not that deadly, but it is more common. So you have to remember this because mpox is in news. West African strain is the other strain. Okay, not many on the leaderboard got this correct. I can see Advait and Divij making it to the leaderboard by answering this question. So that is the quiz for today, guys. It's gonna be crazy. You'll have some crazy questions. And every question is an opportunity to come up on the leaderboard. Hustler was the fastest. And we have Riddhi on second now. Dhriti, Mukti, Tansi, Advait, Steph, Divij, PK, and Boti on the leaderboard. Kudos to the new entrants on the leaderboard. We have 32 players ready for question number 8. Let's go for it. Question coming up on your screen now. Carlos Alcaraz has not won which of the following Grand Slams till date? Okay. Less than half of you got this correct. विंबलडन और फ्रेंच ओपन तो इसी साल जीता था. यूएस ओपन 2022 में जीता था. ऑस्ट्रेलियन ओपन अभी तक इन्होंने नहीं जीता है. चारों जीत लेंगे तो गोल्डन स्लैम हो जाएगा इनका. Okay, Nandini was the fastest for this. Nandini seems like a tennis fan. Hustler is on top. Then we have Riddhi, Dhriti, Tansi, Mukti, Nandini. Stingalicious, another new name on the leaderboard. Then we have Deeptakshi, Advait, and Steph. Wonderful. I am enjoying this process where I see new names with every question. Question number 9. 30 players are ready to play with us. Let's go for question number 9 now. Nalanda University, first founded in which year? Okay, a fair bit of you got this correct. 427 CE was the year when it was established. Hustler and Tansi did not get this one, which saw a little, we'll see a little drop on the rankings. Hustler still maintains his first position. Riddhi has closed in, still on the second. Then we have Dhriti. Mukti was the fastest here. Nandini, Stingalicious, Tansi, Steph, Deeptakshi, and Divij. Okay, we are halfway into the quiz. Question number 10, 31 players ready. Let's go for it. Coming up on your screen now. Tista River originates from which place? Or should I say which lake? Okay, almost half of you knew this. Mansarovar Lake is not the right option. मानसरोवर लेक से ब्रह्मपुत्र का ओरिजिन होता है. ब्रह्मपुत्र की ट्रिब्यूटरी है तीस्ता, यानी कि उसको ज्वाइन करती है बाद में आके when it enters India. So Lamo is a lake which is the origin of the Tista River. So Paksum is another lake in Tibet, but not the right answer. And So Moreri is a lake in Ladakh. So definitely not the right answer. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. Dhriti, Mukti, Steph, Deeptakshi, and Achyut got this correct. Interesting. Dhriti has now topped the leaderboard, first position. Congratulations. Then we have Hustler, Riddhi, Mukti, Steph, who was the fastest. Then we have Deeptakshi, Nandini, Achyut, Stingalicious, and Tansi. Very interesting. Question number 11. 30 players ready. Coming up on your screen now. Okay. I did not expect that 12 people would get this correct, but good job, guys. Peggy Whitson is the astronaut who is USA's most experienced astronaut. She's a woman, the most experienced women astronaut, and USA's most experienced astronaut. Peggy Whitson would be one of the person on this exam 4 mission. Two people from India have been shortlisted by ISRO, and one of them would be going on this mission. The other two are Hungarian and Polish. They have also been, the names of these two have also been decided. But yeah, Peggy Whitson is the fourth one. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. Interesting. I can see another name coming up on the leaderboard, another new name. We have Anamitra on the leaderboard. Good going. Dhriti is on first, then Mukti, the fastest on second, Riddhi on third, Steph, Hustler, Nandini, Anamitra, Deeptakshi, Divij, and Achyut. Very interesting. Question number 12. We have 29 players ready with us. Let's go for the question in 3, 2, 1. This is also a question which we have done in the class. It's Article 110, Clause 3, which says that the Speaker's decision is final, whether the bill is a money bill or not. It's not Clause 2, it's Clause 3. Okay. Riddhi has again come up on the first position. Hustler has come up on second. Dhriti and Mukti on fourth. Then we have Nandini, Steph, Anamitra, Divij. Advait has come up on the leaderboard. And we have Deeptakshi. Interesting. 13th question out of 30 players ready with me. Out of 20, sorry. 13th question coming up on your screen now. Okay. Most of you don't know who is the founder of Hamas. It's so much in the news. You should know this one. It's Ahmad Yassin, the guy named Ahmad Yassin. And he has already been killed, by the way. But you should know who founded the group. So much in news. Hamas. It's not Yaqub Abdullah. It's not Mahmoud Hamza. It's not Al Bukhari. All these are made up names made by yours truly. The actual name is Ahmad Yassin. So जिसको पता था ये पता था बाकी सबने तुक्के मारे हैं flukes. Riddhi is on the first position still, and Mukti is approximately 50 points short on second. Then we have Hustler, Dhriti, Nandini, Divij, Steph. Advait was the fastest on this one. Anamitra and Achyut has come up on the leaderboard. Okay, very interesting. Question number 14th out of 20 coming up for you guys in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Most of you got this one right. It's Cetrovo 1.0, the first carbon fiber only passenger train unveiled by China. It's not Lingguang, it's not Novorail, not Xinjuan. All of these are again made up names made by me. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. I think this is the maximum number of correct responses for a question which we have got till now 17. There was another one which got 20 plus. Anamitra was the fastest, Riddhi on first, and we have more or less the same people on the leaderboard. So we'll move forward with question number 15. 31 players ready to play. Question 15 coming up on your screen now. This is a tough one. This is a little tough. Okay. Only four people got this correct, which I'm assuming half of them, three responses would be a fluke. If you knew this, then mad respect for you because this was a tough question. So Pakistan launched Operation Badr to infiltrate into the Indian territory and occupy the Kargil region, the region in J&K Ladakh. And to counter that particular operation, we launched Operation Vijay, and we celebrate Vijay Divas, Kargil Vijay Divas, to commemorate 25th anniversary of our victory. It's not Fateh, Ghazni, Fakr, again made up names by me. Ghazni is actual operation, but not related to Kargil. Badr is the name. Operation Badr. Okay. Only Riddhi and Anamitra knew it on the leaderboard. Anamitra climbed a lot of spots with this one, being the fastest. Riddhi is on first, Mukti on second, Anamitra third, Dhriti, Divij, Advait, Steph, Haslan, Nandini, Achyut. Similar rankings. Okay, question 16, 32 players. We are moving towards the end of the quiz. It's time to come up. Buckle up. Okay, approximately half of you got this. 6 is to 1 was the ratio in favor of having subcategories, saying that is permissible. It's not 5 is to 2, not all 7, not 4 is to 3. It was a 7 judge bench headed by the Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud. Most of you on the leaderboard knew this. Okay. Riddhi, Mukti, Devaj, Steph, Hustler, Advait, Anamitra, Dhriti, Achyut, and Nandini. Some variations on the leaderboard, but more or less the same people. Come on, मेरे 11 से 20 वाले और 20 से 30 वाले लोगों अभी भी चांस है लीडर बोर्ड पे आने का. चलो इजी क्वेश्चन. Okay, 16 of you knew this. Delhi Airport became the first airport in India to receive net zero carbon emission status. Okay, interesting. Some variations in the rankings. Riddhi is still the fastest and on first. Then we have Mukti, Steph, Divij, Haslar, Advait, Anamitra, Dhriti, Nandini, and Achyut. Let's move to question number 18. We are moving towards the end of the quiz. 31 players ready. The third last question of the day coming up for you now. Again, very interesting question. Oh my. Only one person got this correct. Pavel Durov is a citizen of all the three countries. And you would be surprised to know there's one country missing in this particular list, which is UAE. So he's a citizen of four countries: Russia, France, St. Kitts and Nevis, and UAE. France में he lives, so that is obviously the valid guess by majority of you. But he is not a French citizen. Russia is his native country. He was born in Russia. He's a Russian by ethnicity, but he left Russia. But he still is a citizen of Russia. He's a citizen of France. He's a citizen of St. Kitts and Nevis because he bought that citizenship by investing in that little Caribbean island country. And he's the Telegram office headquarters. The company is based in UAE, so he's also a citizen of UAE, which makes all of the above the correct answer. Let me see who's the person who got this correct. लीडर लोड ही नहीं हो रहा. शाबाश. अच्छा लीडर बोर्ड सेम है इसलिए लोड नहीं हो रहा. मुझे लगा कोई वेरिएशंस ही नहीं आए. ओ माय गॉड. Who's the one person who got this correct? I really want to know. Please tell me in the YouTube chat box that I got this correct because I really want to know. Let's move to question number 19. 30 players ready with us after a brutal shock in question 18. Let's go for the second last question of the day. Okay. I can see a lot of flukes. I can see तुक्केबाजी being done. 10 लोगों का तुक्का भिड़ गया. हो सकता है कुछ लोगों को पता हो इसमें से. It was 2015 when the NIRF rankings were launched to rank the Indian universities on the ranking of on the basis of their quality. IIT Madras was the topper for this year, and NIRF is 2015. Okay. Interesting. Hustler was the fastest, has come up on third position. Riddhi, Mukti, Hustler, Divij, Advait, Steph, Nandini, Anamitra, Dhriti, and Achyut on the leaderboard. And we are moving to the last question of the quiz. We have 30 players ready to play. The last question coming up on your screen now. Okay. Most of you got this incorrect. Only 9 people got this right. It's 2013. अगर आपसे signed पूछें तो भी the answer is 2013. Ratified पूछें तो भी the answer is 2013. In that year we signed this extradition treaty. And according to this treaty, we have already extradited many people to Bangladesh, but Sheikh Hasina ko we haven't yet. Let's see what happens in that case. And that is the end of today's Menti quiz. Let's look at the final leaderboard. Oh, Mukti missed out by a few points, and Riddhi is our winner for the day. Very congratulations, heartiest congratulations to Riddhi. You all can write congrats, Riddhi, in the chat box. Riddhi is consistently winning a lot of Menti quizzes with us. So good job, Riddhi. Then we have other winners with us, equally laudable: Mukti, Divij, Advait, Hustler, Steph, Nandini, Anamitra, Dhriti, and PK. I know a lot of you are on the leaderboard for the very first time, so special congrats to you. And to all the people who participated in that quiz, that is सबसे ज़्यादा important for me कि आप लोग ने पूरे 20 questions तक participate किया and you gave your best. How many of you got more than 14, 15 correct? 14 correct बताओ चलो, more than 14 correct यानी कि 15 or more. More than 14 का मतलब है 15 marks or more. Please tell me in the chat box. Just give me a me in the chat box if you got 15 or more. Or let's leave that. Tell me your score in the chat box. How many questions did you get correct out of 20? सब लोग मुझे बताओ किसके कितने ठीक हुए. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12. How many questions did you get right? Okay, very congratulations to heartiest congratulations to Riddhi and everyone on the leaderboard. Aradhana is saying you should become a professional quiz master. I wish I was that good, but appreciate the compliment. I want to see who was the one person who answered all of the above. Hmm. Okay, Aradhana was hustler. Good job, Aradhana. कौन था वो जिसने बताया था मुझे all of the above for the citizenship question? Can you please reveal yourself? I want to mention your name. Okay, ठीक है, मिल नहीं रहा मुझे अभी. Anyway, so David says he got 13 correct. Takshia also got 13 correct. Tansi got 12, 13. Riddhi got 16, barely making the cut. Dhriti got 13. Achyut got 12. Mukti got 15. Tovijat got 8. George got 14. Okay, interesting. Divij is saying last time 11, today 3rd. That's a huge leap. Good job, man. चलो तो कैसा रहा आज का क्विज. जल्दी से फीडबैक दे दीजिए आज के क्विज पे. इजी लगा, मॉडरेट लगा, डिफिकल्ट लगा, रेलेवेंट लगा, इनरेलेवेंट लगा, क्रेजी लगा, आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स लगा, ब्रूटल लगा. किसी ने बोला था ना ऐसा क्वेश्चन डालो कि विच ब्लोज माय माइंड. तो वैसे भी थे एक दो क्वेश्चंस विच कैन ब्लो योर माइंड. इजी क्विज. पूरा पार्टिसिपेट नहीं किया ना आपने. पूरा करते तो शायद इजी टू मॉडरेट या मॉडरेट लगता. Okay, Achyut is saying it was a convenient time. Also manage the schedule, so if it would be possible. We'll look at it. We'll look at some stats for the next 2-3 days, and I'll make a judgment call on the basis of the numbers I get for at least 4-5 days. I cannot take a call so quick. So by Saturday, you'll get to know whether we'll stick with 4:30 or we'll move back to 3 p.m. Saturday को मैं बता दूंगा आपको community पे. Moderate plus crazy, moderate and great ones. Okay. The bigger question is, did you guys enjoy the quiz today? Yes or no? मजा आया आज? Interesting था quiz. I tried to make it थोड़ा सा offbeat today. Out of the box. Questions were moderate. Easy quiz. चलो बढ़िया है. मजा आना चाहिए. मजा आया सबको. Okay, ठीक है, interesting. That means my मेहनत is सफल. बढ़िया है. चलो, thank you so much. That's all for today's guys. Today's agenda. Divij is saying next quiz कब होगा? Next quiz होगा Friday को. Tuesday, Friday are usually our slots for the quiz. So next quiz is gonna be Friday 4:30 p.m. Same time slot for now, and we'll take a call on the final time slot later. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for participating. Keep learning, keep preparing. If you got less than 10, put in a little more effort, give in a little more punch. बाकी 10 से ऊपर आए तो you are on the right track, and 15 से ऊपर आए तो you are actually killing it, and keep up the momentum. चलो, bye bye. Thank you so much for participating.